In this video, we will discuss about three new layers, three new provisions that we have developed in the OPIPAS module, and all of these three pointers will be included in our drawing creation process. They will be stack parking. If you want to provide stack parking in your design, how will you provide it and how the area calculation will be done? We will be discussing about the EV charging points and the provision for it, and we'll be discussing about the sewage treatment plant layers. So first of all, let's talk about the stack parking. If you want to provide, if you in any of your design you want to provide stack parking, you can just go to the website and download the new template version 1.4. In that, under the parking, you will find the stack parking section. Right, the layer name is stack parking and the color code is 7. So all you have to do is just go to your drawing, create a polygon of 3 meter into 5 meter. Just do that right here. 3 meter into 5 meter and 3 meter. I'll close the polygon. This is my polygon and I have to name it into stack park. So if I click on this, the color code is 7, the color code white. The layer name is stack parking and the polygon is closed. Just like that, I have provided 10 stack parking layers over here. You can see, I'll just click on one of them and you can see the layer name clearly and the color code. You have to, while doing the stack parking, you have to make sure that the polygon is of a certain dimension, that is 3 meter in width and 5 meter in length, and you have to uh, provide the correct layer name and the color code for it. So I'll just click on one and calculate the layer, that is the layer area, that is 15 square meter. I have provided five, I have provided 10 of these stack parkings over here. One thing to consider about stack parking is that it will double the area of parking when it reads in the scrutiny report. So if I have provided 150 square meter of polygons over here, then it will read 300 square meters in my drawing scrutiny report. So I'll just go on and quickly do a scrutiny of this file. So when I did a quick scrutiny of that particular file, here you can see that my stack parking is showing 300. That is exactly how we calculated. We provided 10 layers, each of 15 square meter, 10 polygons, and we have a stack parking of 300 square meters here. The next pointer we will be talking about is your EV charging point. So if your drawing calls for an EV charging point, you have to check with your bylaws once. There are a few pointers that I will mention here. If your plot area is more than 1 acres, if your building is a high-rise building that is more than 15 meters of height, or if it has a multi-level car parking, if the project is a multi-level car parking, or if there are any pointers that calls for a EV charging point, you have to cross check that with the bylaws once. Then you will have to provide a EV charging point in your site. For that, I'll just go to my drawing template, and there under the parking provisions, you can find the EV charging point layer with the color code 7. I'll just copy it, take it to my drawing. I have identified this place to put it as my EV charging point. I'll just match property to the match properties, and this polygon now represents my EV charging point. You can see here that the layer name is EV charging point and the color code is according to the drawing template. So once I do a quick scrutiny of this, I can now here see that my EV charging point has been read and it is 453.55 square meters, whereas I require a 136.16 square meters. So again, I'm letting you know here that you have to cross check with you have to check with the bylaws to know exactly if your project needs a EV charging point. The third point is the storage connection. So it is now compulsory to declare whether you have a storage connection to your site or not in your plan info, right? So under the plan info, there is a point that says, is the project having storage connection? If your site has storage connection, you can write yes, and that is well and good. But if your site do not have a storage connection, you have to write no over here, and you have to provide either a sewage treatment plant or a septic tank according to the scale of your project. For that, you will have to go to the drawing template, and here under the water treatment, wastewater treatment, you can find your sewage treatment plant with the color code 3, right? It will have the layer name site components, and the sewage treatment plant will have a color code 3. All I have to do is just to copy it, put it in my layer, and provide the sewage treatment plant. I just have to create a rectangle, match properties with this particular layer, and I have my sewage treatment plant. If you have a sewage treatment, a storage connection to your site, you have to write yes in your plan info, and if not, you have to write no. And if you do not have a storage connection to your site, you have to provide a storage treatment plant or a septic tank layer. It is a compulsory declaration in the plan info, and in case you do not have a storage connection to your site, you have to provide either of this. So now you know how to provide this. These all are the three new enhancement that we have provided.